You already know, man. OG Rucc and Rob Low pull up. Rikers Island. I call it Rikers Island, Bloods and Crips, 1990's. But we're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of stuff today. Rikers Island. Salute to everybody. You know what I mean? I haven't done a horizontal live and I don't know how long. We'll see what happens today. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to get to the content today. You know what I mean? I want to start with this story about the sex, money, murder shit. I never seen this whole thing. This is on Word on the Street. Salute the Word on the Street. Salute to everybody.
Fired the name SMM in 1992 in a conversation.
There's a lot of stuff. I just posted something on Instagram about the sex, money, murder story. There's a lot of stuff I didn't really know about this, and you know, y'all probably know better than me. So I'm gonna leave it up to the comments until Rucc and Rob Low pull up. Blizzard man, former salute, upstate salute, man.
He told Pete and others that
mainly what made me want to speak about this story is the part about Twin. I ain't know nothing about the kid Twin for sex, money, and murder. Well, I knew about him loosely, but I really didn't know this whole story.
Gang culture was different on the West.
Order salute.
More structured, while guys on the East, pertaining to crews such as Pete's, only cared about sex, money.
Order, I haven't done a horizontal live in maybe almost damn near 2 years. You know what I'm saying? We'll see if we can get some people up here today.
And murder, hence the name. Pete was about 18 at the time. They had a name before the crew before this that wouldn't stick. Pistol Pete was the first to pretty much mobilize the rest of the crew, making him the leader. His father was a gangster and also had connections to the mob in his times. Pistol Pete, like most young guys whose dads had reputations in the street, wanted to emulate just that. Pipe was his younger homie, who would go on to be his most trusted.
Now this one interests me too, Kid Pipe.
Subordinates, more like a brother.
Know anything about this, man? Feel free to get in the comments.
Than a friend. He met Pete at a cousin's house, and despite being 3-4 years younger, they got along. Pipe would frequent Pete's crib, and Pete would indoctrinate Pipe with his gangsterism. When Pipe was 11 years old, he committed his first shooting in the Lafayette houses on behalf of Pete, popping shots from a 9-shot revolver. Shog was another original member. He would serve as the point man for the murder of Twin. Shog got his name from Baby J, an established dealer from the projects that would later put Shog in the drug game out of town.
I'm pretty sure Rob Low got a lot of that he probably wants to say about this particular subject. You know, we'll see what happens.
Although he was
Rob Low probably know better than anybody. Tavon, salute, bro.
Moves. He always spins Soundview to check his grandmoms and politic with the guys. In 1986, Shog and Pistol Pete played on a local league football team, scoring touchdowns together. It was that year that they built upon their relationship. Shog was the first person to bring Pistol Pete to the projects and actually introduce him to others. At the time, Pete was living with his grandmother in a house right outside.
Well, I'm gonna hold this story off until Rob Lowe get here. You know what I'm saying? But I just told them that I'm live. People, salute, right? This right here though, it interests me more than anything. You know what I'm saying? They go Rob Lowe right there. This self-snitching shit. Oh my God, these niggas is going horrible with this self-snitching on the internet, man. I can't understand it, man. Rob Lowe, what's good, bro?
I'm good, Brody. What's good?
Ain't nothing. You know what? I just made a post, Low, about this thing of with the sex, money, murder shit. I didn't know nothing about the kid Twin. I'm going through the comments in this video, and the people they saying a lot. Well, not this. They saying a lot about what happened. Damn.
I'm on an interview. Get in the car. I'm in an interview.
I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you for a second. Unmute yourself when you're ready to speak, Blow. So I was interested in, you know, the kid, the story about the kid Twin, because it was like a lot of people in the comments. Let me read some of the comments, or you know what I'm saying. Low, you on mute. If you can hear me, unmute yourself when you're ready. People saying like, you know, they were saying a lot of shit about the kid Twin. You know what I'm saying? They go OG Rucc right there.
Yeah, Brody. Oh. You can hear me, Mac?
Yeah, I can hear
me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Rucc, you can hear me? Okay. I can't even see. I can't see either one of y'all. Y'all both dark.
All right, I'm gonna try to put on the light because I'm in my truck. You can see me a little bit now.
Yeah, we good. You ain't got.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
We good. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Remember, I told you I was outside, so I just came in the truck. So a lot of I can hear. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of that noise won't be it won't interfere.
Hell yeah. Hey, so how this conversation, how we even start talking about this was me and Ruck was complaining about jail food. You know what I'm saying? We was saying what was the worst meal in jail and shit. We was talking about turkey tetrazzini and
the yakisobe.
Yeah, beef catch a body.
Cacciatore is crazy.
Yeah. I call that shit beef catch a body.
Remember that turkey tetrazzini?
Turkey tetrazzini and beef cacciatore, yakisobe, all that nasty shit.
The rice pilaf.
No, I told cuz I fuck with the rice pilaf though.
All right, how y'all doing?
No, all is well. You know it is.
Everything is good, Brody. Everything is good, man. Well,
I posted on one of our old clips from our original interview on Instagram.
Right.
It's like at 40,000 views right now. You know what I'm saying? If y'all not subscribed to following our Instagram, go follow Instagrams. But the conversation comes up again about whether black dudes was outnumbered in the 1990s. Me and Ruck was talking about it behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? And I remember you saying that we were outnumbered, but a lot of dudes didn't feel that so-called oppression. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, it wasn't that serious. Like it was to me, it was damn near even. And the Latinos didn't have that many cribs. Like it wasn't too many places they could go type shit. So it was going down like everywhere. Like, but they had their little strongholds. I forgot where the fucking the Nieta nigga or Latin King nigga, whatever his name is, I forget.
King Blood.
No, not him. The when I'm talking about 1994 though. Y'all.
Oh, okay.
Y'all was at different times than me, and I forget cuz name though, man. Shit. But he had the whole shit. Like he was running the whole shit. Supra.
I did a story on Supra.
Yeah. He like with his Latino people, he was running the shit, but they had only certain houses. This is 1994. Only certain houses they could rock in.
But you still talking about the 4 building though. That's right.
Yeah. I ain't go to like any other building until later on in life. I'm talking about when I was younger, 1994, in the 4 building. You know that shit was crazy. And I heard stories about the Beacon because Aunt Lo was in the Beacon, and he was fucking with the smoke niggas, and they was giving to the Latinos all crazy, like the business.
Yeah.
Remember I was there. Remember I landed there with Aunt, but it was divided. You had the even side and the odd side. So the odd side we had, the even side the Spanish cat had in the Beacon. And this one when Aunt called his case, and then when I got caught behind that shit because the nigga ratted, and they tried to hit me with the tamper with the witness shit on his case.
Copy, I know exactly.
So because remember that's when just all of us was in the Beacon at that time, and that shit was heavily divided. Like I tell you, the Spanish cats had the even side, and we had the odd side.
That's what I said. It was kind of even. It wasn't like nobody outnumbered nobody. It's like you gotta get busy or not.
Right.
Hey, so
they jumped the shit out of me.
Hey, let me ask you something. Y'all been following the whole shit with I know we briefly spoke about it a little bit on Rock, but have you been following what's going on with the whole West Coast indictment shit with the Rolling 60s? Low.
Big U, he fixed.
Yeah, I got an interview from Loose Cannon. This is a whole year ago. This ain't even nothing new, right? I want y'all to look at it a little bit, right? And tell me if you want me to stop at any point, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? And I'll stop it. But I want y'all to hear this interview.
I heard like talking about what I did to Meek Mills. Well, you did something to Meek Mill?
Oh Lord.
No, I really don't know. I promise I don't know.
Yeah.
I do not know. No, Meek no beef with me today. Like I'm Diddy or something.
No, I don't see him. Yeah, he's in an interview. Alright, what about him?
I want to
No,
interview.
but the thing is,
What you do to Meek Mill?
no,
No, I did hear the interview.
yeah.
It said y'all was trying to kidnap him. No, that's cap though. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. This is why, Meek, if you here, you better squash your beef for me, man, because I really am sticking up for you. You did not have no. Meek is he from Philly? You would tell you Philly niggas get kidnapped.
No, he was in LA when it happened.
Yeah, but it don't matter. He's still where you from?
Where? I mean, what? What is that gonna do? It's just like
He from the trenches,
or what? Not in
Philadelphia.
LA? Yeah, that shit don't work.
So explain that story. Wait, so how did you even come in contact with it? And I think supposedly there was a big U portion of it.
Yeah. So
Lansky, what's good? What's good? Jeremiah, salute.
basically, Meek Mill was talking real reckless on Twitter and stuff like that. So
Talking
reckless.
doing it now.
Yeah, so we caught him at the club where he was performing at, and then grabbed cuz we called.
But he
Rob.
has security. Come on, you can't just
Cool.
grab like he not dolo. You just
The
grabbed him.
security is LA niggas.
Yo, I
We
noticed
from
that.
rolling 60s. So nigga, if you gonna protect somebody or whatever, you gonna pick the issue. You just getting paid $500 a day just to
I remember when we was outside doing wilding out and shit. The last thing that you want to do is be talking about some shit you really did, or they got. I heard these fools being recorded for 2 years. Like they was like recording niggas' phones from like 2020. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
So that mean everybody that been contacting this motherfucker is a suspect now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta be who you talk to. And then this cat is calling from the jailhouse, discussing shit. Him and the kid Bricc baby. The kid Bricc baby, I think he called this morning and was talking. I mean, he obviously ain't got no friends or niggas that they listen to, because the last thing you want to do is be talking to them. You know what I'm saying? They letting you know every couple. Look at this shit. Look at this phone call. My man calls from the feds, saying the No Jumper show, who's being listed in this motherfucking complaint or whatever. Look. Loose calls in.
Loose, what's cracking, bro?
Loose Cannon.
What's up with it, King? How you doing?
Not much, man. We tapped in
I like Loose Cannon, man. I just think that this is the dumbest shit you could do, though.
right now. We got the Viral Way on here. We got Lush, and we got the one and only Munchie B. Andre.
What up? What up with everybody?
Chilling, man. Yeah, we were just having conversations, and we were kind of, I mean, I guess first question is just how are you doing in there? What's your state of mind as you're locked up?
Hey, peace, Luke.
It's good because at the end of the day, it's like, let truth be known. Like I don't with the niggas. You know what I'm saying? So everything else is false.
Okay. Do you what's your media strategy in terms of talking on podcasts, doing live streams, etc., while you're in federal custody?
No, it's not that. It's just I'm doing the same thing that I was doing outside. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
God.
Nothing changed. At the end of the day, it's like I don't have to. I have no parts of what happened, what's going on, or anything like that. But
I don't think the West Coast be knowing how to handle these RICOs, man. He really think that, he think this shit is a game type shit. I mean, anybody that's close to you, even somebody that's not involved in the life, never been down with nothing, you know what I'm saying, is going to tell you, yo, man, you don't need to be talking right now about this shit.
No, dead ass though.
rolled over and turned on the nigga, and it is what it is.
Who turned on you already?
No, I'm talking about on Big Useless.
Oh, people are already telling on him.
Yeah. So it's like I'm just sitting in here right now, just going through the process.
Man, you can't talk about the people that's ratting in your case while you sitting down. That could be perceived as intimidation. You know what I mean? That's how they look at it. Like anything, the most you supposed to be having to say on the phone is, yo, when you sending that, you know what I'm saying, them shoes or that package, or did you speak to my lawyer? And you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Regular conversations. You don't want to, you ain't trying to see who, if you going viral.
No, that's type shit.
You don't even give.
You gotta keep it.
Go ahead, bro.
Like, I don't know what these niggas are doing. You gotta keep it extra plain. Like, yo, what's up, bro? You good? That's it. These niggas situations like, oh, these niggas are selling what?
Under the RICO.
Great news spectrum.
Under fucking RICO. You know, like, I ain't gonna lie, man. You ain't gonna see certain niggas. You ain't gonna see Young Thug, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of his RICO on the phone. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the West Coast don't know how to handle it right now.
Damn.
Is everybody telling loose, or do you know specifically who's been telling?
Yeah, everybody got out. The only people that's still.
Everybody that got out was telling. Let me drop the link for Wax AP.
What you saying here is what me breaking in.
Have you had any conversations that were basically like, we'll let you out right now, you just got to tell us this, this, and this?
Hell no, it ain't no conversation.
Yeah, loose ain't gonna flip, but I'm gonna tell you something. He got all, like, if somebody was gonna rat, that's the last one they want to rat. The whole ship going down if he say something, but I don't think that I think that he more solid than that. Never know though.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
I mean, you would think that he was smart enough not to be, you know, talking about the case. You know what I'm saying? Like on No Jumper.
You wouldn't be in on a podcast saying some real shit like, oh, this is how we did it. We did this, that, and third. Nah, you tripping, cuz you out of your fucking mind. Nobody does that.
So they consider you to be such a crucial part of this case that they're not even proposing a deal.
No, I haven't. No, it's not that. It's not that at all.
Safety valve.
Just the point of it is it's just not gonna happen. Put it that way.
The feds know that you're so solid that they wouldn't even ask you to talk.
No, it's not gonna happen.
So did you catch word that I just revealed it like an hour ago on this podcast, but basically the feds came to my house and the one and only thing that they were interested in was the cease and desist from Big U because of your appearance on the podcast with Wack, in which you basically said that Big U had knowledge of the Nipsey situation before it happened.
Damn.
No, the thing is, it's like
I declined right then and there. Fuck out of here, bro. I'm cool on that one.
I'm gonna say it like this.
It's so bad.
That should sound like beef yakisoba. I'm cool on that. We're gonna stay in the dawn for this
Nasty
one.
work.
Nasty work.
It's not true.
Yeah, this light is blowing,
A lot
man.
of people are suggesting, yeah.
Street lights.
Yeah, even if it's not true, it is
right.
It's a defamatory statement for sure. Absolutely. I could understand.
Well, you know what? There's this kid named Compton Rick Rock. I'm gonna see what he got. He said some shit about it earlier. He was speaking about it. Compton Rick Rock. I think he got a good. All right, here we go. This shit is confusing. It was confusing me too, but I think that he put it in good words. Because I wouldn't be able to explain this shit that happened. Now this is Bricc baby calling and doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like speaking about shit. All right, here you go. Alfie salute. Listen, man. He said they going down hard and fast. It's all going to play out online. Yep.
Calling.
Is that the right way they getting the case from? Because these cops is comfortable now. They ain't got to do shit.
From jail. Getting on the internet. What part of the game it is, man? I remember when I was locked up, I've never, and a few people locked up, we never called home on the bullhorn and put the phone to the middle of the street, put it to a bullhorn, let everybody here we saying, nah, man, we didn't do none of that. Hey, you sent that package? Did you send that money off? Did you get that letter I sent you? All right, cool. I'll catch you. See you when you come up here. Point blank period, man. These new dudes, there's something wrong with them, man. Let's get to it.
Hey, what's the big old deal, man? It's the Bricc, nothing, sitting egg, man. You already know. I ain't back with nothing like the other when they get brothers, man. They got me down with the dog pound, man. You already know. But look, I'm not trying to sit here and set off no BS. I gotta watch how I talk to stay monetized. Look, I ain't trying to set off no BS.
Wait a minute.
I'm right here down because of. I'm not even gonna say that. Let's just say this. All of this started November 2020. They let Blue Jesus out of the county jail, man. I came home to a lose-lose situation, man. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Thing like.
They go AP. Salute AP. What's up?
Mizzle, my brother. What is the word, nigga?
How you feeling, man? Rob Low, Wax it, OG Rucc. That's my nigga Wax AP right there, bro.
Yes, I heard a lot about Rob Low. Salute Rob Low. Shout out to the bros, man. What's up? Hey Matt, I think real fast, I think that just my personal opinion. I think Loose Cannon, I like Loose Cannon. I do. But to be real with you, I think Loose Cannon said so much damage and actually he confirmed so much shit that happened. You feel what I'm saying? Like he actually unconsciously put himself in Big U in a lot of places. He actually spoke on a lot of things that happened. See, they were subliminal messages to us, right? Because we don't know what was going on. But they was detailed. It was detailed information to the feds because they was tipped off. Loose Cannon did a very, very, very bad job, bro. Very bad,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, because they was able to piece together like some of them things that they was talking about was spot on with the indictment. You know what I'm saying? Nasty work. It was spot on.
Yo, and like I say, bro, I like Loose Cannon, but I'm gonna keep it real. I think, and then Loose, picking up the momentum from the social media, and he was getting into his bag, but I'm not saying he's ignorant. I'm not taking no shots at him, but bro, he's not the brightest. But Loose Cannon went crazy, and he had loose lips, bro, and it sunk that shit, bro. Because even a story, when whether it's true or whether it's not, right? One of the biggest things they got going on now is an allegation that he made with Wack when he said Big U had hit him 30 minutes before the whole Nip jumped off. He like, yo, look, niggas just So he like, what? Nip got a baby by his cousin. So he called. It wasn't even true. So, these are all alleged. These are all allegations anyway. So he said, he didn't never say nothing to him. Then he said, 30 minutes later, bang, it really happened. You feel what I'm saying? But, and that's adding fuel and fire to, Big U and Nipsey's history, if anybody know the history between those two. So I just think Loose Cannon did bad, bro.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Hold on.
One of my best friends coming up on the day of all the stuff that's happening. I'm sitting back on my bunk and I'm sitting there just going through stuff, and one of my best friends and my brother got into a mean incident that turned out crazy, man. And
why is that the internet business? Why is it the internet business that you and they got into something crazy and all that, and addressing yourself as Blue Jesus, and I gotta watch what I say to stay monetized. Now I watch Bricc get on here plenty of times and brag about money that he got for lawyers and so forth. I wouldn't be doing nothing, man. If you want to stay monetized, you have somebody else run the channel for you and you let them get on here and do all that popping it, man. Y'all gonna see. We gonna see how this play out, man.
My best friend still my road dog, whether he here or gone.
Hey, listen to this, right? What's so crazy is that you can have the motherfuckers around you telling you, yo, this ain't the way, you fucking up. You know what I'm saying? But it's up. These niggas ain't listening to nothing. The worst part about this whole ordeal is that we was complaining so much about these young niggas doing this same snitching shit, right? But in songs, these niggas doing it on blogs, and nobody's saying like, yo, y'all niggas is tripping.
No, I'm
like,
about the big U. Listen, the big U nigga, I was like, yo, like motherfuckers be like, oh, niggas is grown, niggas is mad old. This nigga ain't old. Mentality wise, he was young. Like, cause you doing the dumbest shit ever. Like what you said, like, and be younger than him. We wasn't with that shit. We ain't gonna put our shit on blast. Like, oh shit, this we finna do, this we about to do. We just handle whatever we gotta handle. This nigga was putting it on.
Hold up, you know why I'm laughing? I'm Rucc.
What's that?
Every time you hear Venezuela pop up.
Yo, I fuck with Venezuela. This is my favorite troll right there.
Hey, yo, hey Mac. I think the team thing, right? Because at one point in time they was all affiliates, but you know the separation now was a whole bunch of personal this, that, and the third. Like I think it's going to end nasty. And then you know, and I'm not, you know, it's just crazy how Wack 100 he escaped, you know, everything, even the no jumper thing. When they, you know, part of this was this whole indictment. That particular incident from no jumper was spoken on. You feel what I'm saying? But and the conspiracy thing, you don't have to have a direct result. Like you don't have to be directly involved. It could just be, you know, the conversation. You could just pick up and answer or say the wrong thing. But Wack is, you know, Wack is, yo, that's nasty. Wack nasty work. Bricc baby, you feel what I'm saying? Like as far as when Wack was saying that, you know, before this shit was the evidence was brought to the light about Bricc baby, him and his firearms, when he got caught with the 3 hammers and shit. Wack was been saying something about that though. You feel what I'm saying? But like, even so, with all that stuff that they got going on, how does Wack always get in and out of stuff? Like he be knowing Adam and then the no jumper kid. You feel what I'm saying? Like everybody keep running over there. You know, you other brothers, y'all be doing y'all thing and shit, but they keep running over there to that no jumper, bro. They just brought that man in. And what they brought him in for, everybody was speculating, but he had to say something. He said that the feds brought him in about that cease and desist letter. Knock it the fuck off. Excuse my language. Knock it off, bro. Knock it off, bro. It don't work like that. This is a RICO case, bro. And that's not the only thing they wanted to know. They did not want to know when or why or when your lawyer sent the cease and it's not about that. And that was just something to get people up off his ass, but that's no jumper shit. And
I don't think Wack got nothing to do with that shit.
Nah, dude. Listen. No, fuck all that. I'm gonna tell you about this Wack nigga. Like,
right.
If you a real nigga and you got a platform, you don't ask certain questions. You ain't gonna ask certain shit. You ain't fucking questions. He be asking the questions that get a nigga booked.
Like what? Like
he grilled the shit out of this nigga Bricc baby. He grilled the shit out of Loose Candy. Like he be grilling these niggas like, yo, what happened with this?
OG, tell me you Crip. Tell me you've been Crip in the last 5 years. How much is the RICO? 6 years. Tell me you've been Crip in the last 6 years, please.
This nigga here.
Come on, y'all niggas is tough. Y'all was claiming gangs. Now is a good time to claim some gangs. It's a great timing, bro. Great timing, my nigga. Yes. Yo, salute to the podcasters putting niggas in jail. Yo, man, you got some jail niggas you put in already? Put that work in?
You got a question?
You gotta put some niggas in jail, bro. If you're gonna be successful podcaster, you gotta have some victims, bro. Nah?
Hold on.
You want to be Vlad TV, but you don't got a Keefy D.
Hold on, let Bricc baby finish talking.
But listen to what I said. You want to be Vlad TV, but you don't got a Keefy D. What's wrong with you?
on the streets because everybody tags me with another man's business. You know what I mean? Me and Eric have nothing to do with each other. You get what I'm saying? Me and Nipsey are, it's like you guys are closing me out to where I can't even love my brother the right way or mourn for my brother the right way. I think the world kept that they dukes up against me from the get-go. You know what I mean? Right now, I look back at all the hate on the streets. The internet really didn't know till I opened them up. But as soon as I came home, it was everybody against me. Everybody against me. The record deals.
I bet you that nigga got some good pussy, you heard? I bet you he got mad good pussy, that type of nigga, bro.
All right, bro. I gotta get you up out of there, man. Ronnie, what's up, bro?
What's happening, man? Yeah, I'm just enjoying the conversation right now. Yeah. What's going on with y'all?
Ain't shit. We watch niggas self snitch. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, okay. All right. So what's Lou? Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, just look like some wild shit going on, some self snitching. I seen a video earlier with Luce talking about how they robbed Gilly and stripped his son.
Okay, that's something I don't want to speak about, but yeah, bro, I know where this is going. I want to kind of defend him. Go ahead.
Hold up for 1 second before you defend him. I just want to see what I want y'all to hear something Rick Rock had to say.
All right.
All my homeboys in the industry, all of them, it didn't matter who it was. They were scared to be out with me publicly unless it was YSL. They were scared for me to come around because of my name being connected to that. I had no win. So you sit back and you watch all the hate. Bystanders from a million pairs of eyes, and they screaming, put him down. Oh yeah, they running parades at the Bricc baby in jail. You know what I mean? These are all the same people. Gotta pay attention. I can't talk too much, but you gotta.
Is this code talk? Is he talking in code?
I mean, he said enough for
codes for somebody to.
He talking in code. You know
I
how
don't
you know?
understand.
Because this how you know who's real. If you don't catch a RICO, if you're not involved, your shit is not official, bro. That's what teach you what the streets is about right now. If you're not involved in a RICO case, you was never outside, bro.
This nigga crazy.
Where
you was never outside. You was not involved in no RICO, right?
For the phone call so far, it's just not making no sense on what he's talking about. I get what he's talking about, but what do that got to do with anything? You should be on here promoting your product that you got to sell or
right
something.
Right on.
Instead of this.
I understand. This has nothing to do with what I'm going through right now, but deep thoughts. It's like, where did everybody start hating me? Where did you start hating?
Yo, man, let me say something real quick. My fault, bro. If a nigga's gonna tell on you, why not say it on the internet? It makes no sense. You know a nigga's gonna tell on you anyway, so why not say it on the internet? What's wrong with y'all niggas, bro? It's not telling.
You think they getting practice?
It's not telling. Nah. It's not telling if a nigga's gonna tell on you anyway. It's not telling, bro. Eventually, down the line, the niggas gonna tell on you. It's not telling when you do it on the internet. It's content.
Stop pulling up when I pull up, because you be wilding. You bugging.
Yo, them blue beads, they don't mean nothing if you're not on a RICO case, bro. Tuck that in, bro.
It's talking nothing. I'll fuck you up, cuz.
Yo, who's your co-defendants for you to be claiming gang, homie? Who's your co-Ds? Because just by you, by them blue beads, that don't mean squad around here, but you gotta be involved, yeah? It only means something when you get arrested too.
No, cuz, really, this is why I be happy, because I got friends and family. I got a whole brother. He know what the fuck I do. That's my brother.
When you say cuz, do you think there's at least 12 people that...
Ronnie, what you gotta say, bro?
So really, I was gonna touch on the subject about Loose Cannon. Look, I'm only speaking about this right now because really he went publicly and said that something is wrong with him. I'm not going to say that Wack was using him or anything like that. They're trying to say that Wack was kind of using him just to kind of speak on Big U, just to get Big U further along, deeper in the rabbit hole, like where's that now? But I don't believe that's true. I believe Loose Cannon just had to get some stuff off his chest because he wanted to either defend. Excuse me, defend.
You said Loose Cannon just wanted to get something off his chest, right?
So he want to admit to being cool.
Loose, I believe that he has been. Shit, bro. Yeah,
just get it out, bro. If it's okay to tell, just get it out, bro. It's okay.
Well, he said that he already said that there's something wrong with him, but he has been that monster like that though. He's that muscle.
I'm saying, but do you see something wrong with him telling on the internet before he get arrested? Is there anything wrong with that?
In the eyes of a real one, in the eyes of a real one, yes. But hold on. I can't really shit, bro.
Bro, you confusing me. If a nigga's gonna tell on me in a month, and I tell the story today, what's the problem, bro? If a nigga's gonna tell on me in a month.
Wait a minute.
Damn, we're gonna get you. Why you think at All-Star Weekend everybody get robbed? Why you think all the rappers that go to LA always get killed? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's because nigga it be backdoor moments.
So if Meek had that 50 piece, or Ross was like, yo, you know what I mean? I can't afford it right now. He in the trunk.
Yeah, of course.
Damn.
Like we grabbed the niggas and took them outside and we waited.
Ooh,
wait, for real?
Shit.
Wait. Yo, can anybody corroborate this?
Man, you better actually.
So he's saying that he took Meek Mill outside and held him until they bought the 50 bands there.
Gilly, no?
So what? There's no
Hold on. Everybody mute up for 1 second. Everybody mute up for 1 second. Look.
We're talking about Gilly the Kid. We're talking about the guy with the podcast. We're talking about.
Listen to what he say about Gilly's son.
Worth the game.
He got his son stripped down, and they stripped down Gilly.
What do you like for what? Like what? What do you mean?
This is wicked.
Yeah, we know his son for being a victim. We know that.
Come on, he said that he stripped down Gilly.
Do we know Gilly's son for being tough?
And that's and
his
that
son.
was actually brought up before. Somebody brought that up before. Yeah, that was mentioned. I've seen a few interviews with Gilly also, and Gilly had no idea why a certain individual said something about him getting robbed and this, that, and the other with Bloom. He had no idea what the fuck was really going on. Somebody,
it's not telling if the victims don't say nothing. It's not telling if the victims never said nothing. It's not telling, bro.
Right.
It's a story. It's just a story until the victim complains, bro. There's no complaint from the victim, so it's not telling, bro. It's not telling, nigga. If I rob you and you go home and you take it on the hop and I tell the whole block, that's not telling, bro. That's the story of what happened of your bitch ass. It's not telling. It's not fucking telling. Y'all niggas is confusing victims with eyewitnesses. Yeah, Gilly's son is the victim. He's been a victim a long time. Niggas killed him. He was born to be a victim, you heard? He got it from his father.
And all those stories, they all run concurrent up to somebody else speaking on everything that happened. That kind of just pieces everything together to where it makes sense. That's all I can say.
So it makes sense to who? Who it makes sense to? The police, to you, to the people? Who it makes sense to?
The people. The people.
To the people? What people, though?
The police
when you say
know.
the people, what people?
Let's just say citizens, you know?
Okay. Y'all niggas gotta break this down too. From what I understand, the police know just like the streets know. So it's nothing new. The police been new. These niggas is doing that shit, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from what I understand, if you got a good lawyer, the things that you say on the internet, it's not admissible in court. From what I understand, if you got a good lawyer, that's entertainment, KPD theory. So what's the issue with saying shit that's gonna be fake? He can be like, yo, I had a fake gun, I fake punched them. The ASAP Rocky story, my nigga. What's wrong with it? It could be fake. Could be fake.
Okay. Okay. And I do hear what you're saying. So it's kind of like bits and pieces are kind of thrown out. Huh?
Why you even entertaining that nigga?
Because I'm saying the truth. Because I'm saying the truth. Because y'all want them niggas to be guilty. It's the first time in America. Y'all niggas want niggas to be guilty now. Y'all want them to be Crips so they could be guilty.
No, nobody.
Y'all want to see him in bars sharing meals with Suge Knight. Y'all want to see him sharing meals with Suge Knight, bro, and pictures with Suge Knight, bro, in jail. Y'all want to see that nigga in jail with that nigga.
So you want to see them free, or you want to see them locked up?
Me personally, I want him to get the death penalty. Me personally, that's just me. That's just me, my nigga. I want to see that nigga on Death Row, the record label, you for real.
Yo, your voice too loud, man. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, we just today.
Nigga sound like. Nigga sound like
yo. Go ahead.
He wilding, bro.
Look. So the point that I was trying to make is just kind of conjuring everything up to date today, as of right now, currently. It's like bits and pieces are being like thrown out there. You know what I mean? And people are looking for somebody to kind of blame, but everybody's kind of saying something that makes sense. It's crazy, but it all adds up. Some things are subtracted, but a lot of stuff is adding up.
Hold up. Ronnie, I know you like Loose Cannon. I like Loose Cannon too. Right?
Yeah.
But can we get you to admit that Loose Cannon is bugging the fuck out?
Yeah. I believe so. Yes. I'm not saying like bro. Yeah.
You on the West Coast, right? Where you at?
Yeah, LA. I'm in LA.
You in LA, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so you think are you one of the people that think that Wack got his police?
No, I don't think it's the police. I believe that Wack. I believe Wack will stand on his manhood and say, "Hey, look, bro, if this is what you want to do, okay, I'm gonna step back and let you do that." He knows how to cover his own tracks as far as like not allowing you to overstep boundaries, whatever the fuck he built. He's not gonna allow you to come in and destroy anything. But if you are a man like that, and he will respect you as such, if you want to go ahead and say this, say that, whatever, he knows how to defend himself to the point to where he won't, be looked at in a certain light, or in this case, darkness. I mean, that's some scary shit. Go ahead.
Well, this is where I gotta disagree, right? I gotta disagree because he has a platform, right, with so many views, and the stuff that he be saying on that platform, he shouldn't be saying. So whether people want to say he worked with the police or whatever, okay, I'm not going for that. But the shit that he say on these platforms, it shouldn't be said, because not only are we listening to it, but the police is listening to it. So you talking directly to the police, and he gotta know this. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only thing where I say I just gotta disagree. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's intentionally or unintentionally, he's working with them unintentionally because of the stuff that he be saying on his platform.
I get that.
No, I hear what you're saying, but I do disagree. I'm gonna say this, Robert Hall. Look, you make a good point and everything. He hasn't ever actually told on anybody. Now he did present a lot of paperwork on people, and that pissed people off and everything. But you can't really get mad at him for that because it's the fucking facts.
That facts. What you saying is facts. But we talking about stuff that haven't been facts yet. Like the whole let me give you one prime example, right? Like the whole situation that happened with Dirk, right? He was literally breaking shit down, right? Listen, I'm telling, and this is before everybody knew. This is before the police knew. He was breaking shit down, whether it's his point of view or whatever the case may be. But the shit that he said, this was before the police even knew. So that's what I'm saying. That's my only thing. You know what I'm saying?
I can't argue that statement right there, bro. I'm not saying you don't make sense or anything. I'm just saying there was some other names mentioned in that whole case too with him. That certain artist you just mentioned. Right. So who's to say that he Wack's the one that put all the information out there to where it's gonna egg on the police to get them coming in closer. All he has, it's kind of like look. You get in the interrogation room, right? The smartest thing for anybody to fucking do is repeat back everything the police said to you and shut the fuck up.
Right.
So whatever's already out there, yeah. If I'm in that interrogation room, yeah. Oh well, That's what the police told me. Yeah, I'm not telling on nobody, but this is what the police fucking told me. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it like this, and that's my fucking story. That's it. No matter how long I'm in that cold ass room, no, that's the story. The police told me this, but it's a fact. That's the whole point. It's a fact, and I'm gonna keep putting that shit out there, keep putting it out there, and keep putting it out there until you fucking let me go, because I don't know shit. Even if I do know something, I'm lying the whole damn time. No, he knows something. Yeah, it's on tape. Oh, go ahead. But
you coming from, right? But as a real nigga, and you know shit is going down or whatever case may be, you ain't gonna be asking no crazy questions on a podcast, on the live, because you know this shit is real shit. I'm not gonna ask you about some real shit. This nigga be asking people, and I'm gonna point the blame at them because they dumbasses for answering the shit. But asking criminalistic questions and they answer them. But why are you even asking them questions in the first place? Why are you asking me about some criminal shit? As a real nigga, you don't ask other real niggas about some crimes they committed. In no shape, form, or fashion. That's my problem with cuz. Like you don't do that. So you looking suspect, like you know these niggas are stupid and you gonna line them up. I'm gonna ask these little niggas these dumbass questions. They gonna answer them and they all gonna down.
I can't even respond. I can't even respond to that, bro. But I hear what you're saying, though. But
academics, hold up. You got those academics in there. You got those Vlad up in that joint. You got to do all these niggas that be enticing niggas to look. The way academics play it, he going right for those questions. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did with Luce. If you look at that interview, he was like, "Yeah, tell me more, like a woman." Look, check this, yo, bro. That interview was just nasty, bro.
Yeah, man. That.
Look at his last piece. Look at his last piece. That the shit about Gilly. When you speak about Gilly and his kid and you stripping them down, they can misinterpret that. Remember, it's son killed.
Real shit? No, real shit. They still have time for
damn, man. Certain things, man, it's best just to keep listening. Go ahead. I'm listening.
letting this shit ride. He said he on Big U comment talking about, oh, they said you robbed me, ha ha ha. Nigga, the homie that did it telling you he robbed you, and you didn't do nothing about it. Nigga took you and laid down your son, nigga, and you laughing with the
That nigga's a journalist, bro. That nigga, yo, you know how y'all know y'all wrong? Cause if y'all was right about the shit that y'all saying about him, Adam 22 would be in jail with him. That nigga's a journalist. He could say all that on the internet. There's nothing wrong with what he said. That's not telling. That's not nothing, bro. He's doing his journalistic duty, bro. He's a hood journalist, bro. He's a hood. He's informing you of what's going on in the hood, bro. If that was true, what y'all saying, Adam 22 would be in a RICO, bro. But he's not, right? It got nothing to do with what they were saying up there. It got to do with Big U. Big U.
Okay, now listen. Let me say something, right? Now, there's a difference between somebody just just volunteering information. And
it's not self-incriminating if he's reporting.
Second, I gotta mute everybody. There's a difference between, like them volunteering information and look what academics is doing.
No, bro, that's hood journalism, bro. He's a journalist, bro.
No, hold on, I'm gonna give you the mic. No freaky. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you the mic. Give you the mic. Right? Give me one.
We don't want to.
No. We'll just say Meek Mill snitch on him. It's fine. Meek ain't gonna tell.
Now look. Academics is forcing the story.
Look, we don't want to get the extortion part. It was just a business transaction.
How much?
Thank you. It's not extortion.
50,000? Yeah. Now we squabbling in there. What? Yeah. Wait, how many
business transactions?
Yo, shut up for a second. He's instigating this shit though, Venezuela.
50,000? Yeah. Now we squabbling in there. What? Yeah. Wait, how many was there? It was just you?
No.
See, he's asking questions about this shit. He's digging into this.
He wants more details to the story, like any good journalist.
What? Yeah. Wait, how many was there? It was just you?
No, it was probably about like 50 of us.
50 of y'all? 1,000 per person, nigga. All right, cool. Yeah, I might get that 50. Then he was hot as hell, right?
1,000 per person.
Wait. So who? I'm pretty sure like Ross has an answer to this. Meek neither.
Yo, wait, Wavy, don't come around here with that, man. Wait, Robert Tucker, you know
So
this ain't no fucking Robert Tucker.
you didn't want to know how many people was there?
You know this ain't no motherfucking Robert Tucker on my screen, bro.
You did not want to know how many people was doing the robbery. You didn't want to know. You're not interested in that part of the story. So why are you mad at the nigga?
Of course. Listen, of course, once the story comes out, you know, I'm gonna keep my ears glued to it. But I'm not, you know, like agreeing on this method of, you know what I'm saying, of what you call journalism. This is not journalism.
Yes,
This
he's
is
a gang whistleblower. Technically, if you want to be technical, he's divulging intricate details inside the gang. He's a gang whistleblower, and America salutes people like that, bro. Facts, nigga. He's a journalist, bro. He get paid by Adam 22. You know he's a journalist. He gets a corporate check for his information. He's a journalist, bro. He gets a W-2 form for the stories he told. How was that telling? Do you get a W-2? Oh, matter of fact, sorry. Do niggas from the street get W-2 when they snitch? No. That's snitching, bro. He's being a journalist, bro. He got a real job, that nigga right there, bro.
They're probably saying this nigga lying. We ain't send this nigga no money. How did y'all receive the cash?
Cash.
They gave you cash money.
Yeah. No, they ain't gonna say no, I ain't lying. That's why Meek and Nipsey became cool after that situation, because they started using the same PR. So Meek got smart and started hitting Nipsey up, and that's why the Big U feud kept going with Nipsey.
I mean, like, listen, at the end of the day, none of this talk is right. Is what got them the indictment. From what I heard, this indictment come from 2 years ago.
Oh, so that's kind of like, yo, if I'm
From what I understand, Big U was taking federal money in an extortion ring. How was that tied into loose cannon? When that nigga's getting federal money, he's getting dirty money. That's like if he was making a drug sale, he got money from the cops. How was that has to do anything with Bricc, Baby, all these niggas? The reason they bring them in is to see if they can tell on that nigga. That's the only reason they bring them in, nigga. To see if they're gonna rat. Just to see. And you know why else would they bring those niggas in? Because those people are employed by Adam 22 just to pull that funny ass nigga in the story. Like, oh, those are your employees? Can I have some of your tapes since they work for you? Can I have some of the information? Can I have some of the videos that you recorded with them since they work for you? That's why they bring those funny ass niggas in. But from what I understand, Big U was getting federal money from undercover officers, my nigga.
Right.
What the internet got to do with federal money? I'll wait.
So look. Once they pull that move right there, ain't no getting out that situation at all. We know the numbers on that damn dollar bill: 100, 25, 10, whatever. Say what?
Explain it to me, hood nigga, because if a cop give you some money for some work, do you get out that situation anywhere in the United States? Explain it to me.
I can't explain to you.
How would I get out of that situation if a federal agent gave money to another person and the person gave it to me for protection? How can I get out that situation? Explain it to me, because the mob has never been able to do it. So can a black nigga explain it to me?
No, there's no way you can. No, there's no explanation at all. They already got the numbers, everything.
I've seen, not to cut you off, but I've seen high-ranking mob members. I'm talking about John Gotti, nigga. I've seen that nigga die in jail from money laundering. Can a black man explain to me how do I get out of that shit? Because the Italians cannot explain it to me, bro. Them niggas will tell on you before they take them charges, bro. So explain it to me, black man. Since y'all niggas is tougher than the old gangsters.
There's certain tricks they got, man. You just can't undo. That's it. I just stay back and just watch because I'm still trying to learn. I think somebody may crack the code. Maybe I don't see any other way other than testifying if that's the case. Allegedly, who knows? But yeah, when they got the numbers, we gave you this for this, and we're telling you we have it all recorded right here. So what's your defense on this? Because I'm telling you right now, I gave you this money right here for this over here. So what's your explanation as to what you might have done with the money, whatever the case might have been? We got the numbers here. We recorded this before we even gave it to you. The law is smart, man. they can get you. That's all I can say about it.
Is the homies from old 60s ain't gonna keep tapping me on.
Anyway, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get over that. You know what I mean? I wanted to get other people's opinion on it. I mean, obviously it's self-snitching, you know what I'm saying? But I guess that's the new way. And what Venezuela said, like that's kind of like getting practice for testifying, because at the end of the day, if you still talking and you know this is a detriment to your case, then maybe you talking on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're not that stupid. Maybe, and it's weird that two of them from the case is still talking. And it seemed like Big U's last video, he was waiting. He wanted everybody else in jail. He's like, what about them? That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's weird to me, man. This is some new gangster shit. I'm from the 80s and early 90s. You know what I mean? Shit different. Or I'm about to get up out of here though. You know what I'm saying? Salute Rob Low for pulling up, man. I had a whole different direction I was trying to go in, but you know, like I haven't done a horizontal live in forever, man. Normally I be talking about politics on this channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, it's always a pleasure, man. Hey, it's always a pleasure, you know, when the players meet. You know what I mean? I appreciate all you OGs, man, with all your opinions and everything, man. You know, I'm just, yeah, I appreciate you tapping me in.
Hell yeah. All right. And Low, I think Low busy right now. Yo, Low, I'm gonna hit Low on the side. You know what I'm saying? We about to get the fuck up out of here, though. You know what I mean? Salute OG Rucc for pulling up. Salute Rob Low for pulling up. Venezuela Reyes with his crazy ass. You know what I'm saying? But I had a whole different trajectory, man. Go get with me on Instagram, Mac Mean True Story. You know, I'm gonna be doing some lives over there. You know what I mean? I'm trying to monetize on different platforms. Yeah, I'm gonna be pushing the Flip app at you niggas soon. You know what I'm saying? You know. All right. Salute Crook. Salute BBN. Salute everybody. You know what I'm saying? All right. Low, I'm gonna call you. Word, we about to end this shit. You know what I'm saying? Salute.